Okay, let's continue. And in this tutorial, we're going to give general styling to our document as we move on. Okay. So to do that, we open our style. Let me close this. Close this include. Then open our style.css. Okay. So the first thing is we're going to just type in a stylistic. The style is everything. That is, this style will affect everything we are typing. Everything. Okay. Then put margin, give it 0. You want everything to have 0 margin. Padding, give it 0. Box sizing, border box. Okay, this will affect everything in every element in this document. Okay, then after that, please don't assume that because we put margin 0 and padding 0 to every element that we are not going to add more padding and margin to our element as we move on. No, we are not going to add. As we move on, we are going to add padding and margin, especially to elements that we need to add padding and margin to. Okay, as we move on, that is, we are going to what do you call it again? We are going to override this margin and padding as we move on. Okay, good. And when I say override, I mean, when you add margin to an element, it means that the margin add to it to override this one. Okay, good. That's the margin and padding will override this one. Okay, so if you add 20 to that margin, okay, it becomes 20 instead of 0. You get that? That's what I mean by overriding it. So after this one, the next we're going to add is HTML. Just add HTML. Okay, you can do it like this, or you can do it like this. Depends on how you want it. Let's do it like this. It's okay. Then scroll behavior, smooth. So we want a situation whereby when it scrolls, it will be smooth. Scrolling, that it will be very smooth. For example, let me show you what I mean. This one will not scroll because it doesn't have scroll yet. But let me open maybe Heroic Academy, so that when I scroll, you see what I mean by scroll behavior. Let's see if I click here. When I click it will move down. If I click here, do you see the scroll? It will scroll smoothly. So it will move fast to just scroll smoothly. That is what I mean by scroll behavior smooth. Okay, very good. So we added it to our CSS. Yeah, so down here we have to work on the body of our the body. So let's do it like this. Good. The body. Here we are going to define default font size. Default font size 16. Let's use 16. We don't want it to be too tiny or too big, so 16 is great. Then default font family. You can see or override this default font. All these default settings as we move on. In this default font family, I normally put this. All this. I want a situation. I just want a situation whereby when I add, okay, it's even helping me to add it. So it added this. So what it will do is that it will check the UI of the device you are using and assign a font for you there. Okay, it will check the UI and assign a font for you. Okay, so let's leave it like as it is now. A VS Code is good at automating stuff for you. Okay, good. I think that's okay. Let's work with this. Good. So font family done. Oh, sorry. So in case if your own did not automate it, maybe you can type it. You can just type these things. Type it exactly the way it is. Okay, good. Then the next thing is font weight. We want our font weight to be 400, right? font weight. I can override it as we move on. Font weight 400. Default font weight. Then default line height. Line height. Let's make it to be 1.5. 1.5. Okay. Yes. Then what again? Default color. Now this is where you now add the color, the default color. Actually, I need to add default color here? Okay, so that okay, if I add this color, it means that if we didn't add color to any maybe text or anything at all, it will assume the default color. I think that's okay. Let me add the default color. This is where we are going to use the color variable talking about. So you have to say variable like this. Then inside it now you add main color. Remember, if you forgot the name, you go to colors, get the name from here, and this will be the default color for not background color. You know, there's a difference between background color and color. Well, we will be applied to paragraphs, to text, okay, and other element that accept color. Then we'll go back to our CSS. Yeah, you paste it. Oh, I've already added this, so remove this. So it will be like this. You close it. So this one will now assign default the main color to this, and I think we are good to go here. Another thing we need to start, we need to actually start the link. All this styling we're styling, if we shake, it might not show anything so meaningful yet. So it won't show anything meaningful yet because we're still coming up. But let me check let me check and see if this CSS is actually applying to it. Let's see, let's just say background color. Yeah, because I actually need to assign background color to it. Yeah, I don't even assign background color to it. Let me check. So let me check what the one we're working on. So at least it has a background color like this, and that's the color we're going to assign it. So let's assign the default background color. Background color. Okay, just do the same thing. Not main color. We're going to go to this color. This is the background color we're going to use to be very fainted, to be almost white. Copy it, come back here, sign it here. Awesome. So let's check what we have now. It doesn't. I don't know if this background color is showing. Let me check something first. I will still, let me cut it, just write red. So if it's showing, the red will show clearly. It shows that our CSS is not showing. Let me clear cache first, because this is our first time, so we need to clear cache. Subsequent times there might not be need for clearing cache again. So our CSS is not showing, so we need to go to where we linked CSS to see what is happening. Okay, let's go to where we link CSS. Okay, let's check well. I believe it's style. I believe I didn't make mistake. Let me check. Sorry, I made a mistake. Very terrible one. Okay, here it's supposed to be style sheet. Okay, style sheet, not /CSS. Style sheet. Okay, so you have to quickly change it. Style sheet. And this is where I'm going to teach you what we call multi-cursor editing in VS Code. Multi-cursor editing in VS Code. To edit to multi-cursor editing means when you want to edit two or multiple stuff at the same time. Okay, for example, I want to edit this and this at the same time. I will just block this, and I'll hold down Alt key for Windows, then block this one. So I can now edit the two at the same time. Just type in style sheet. Good. Okay, very good. Now let's check it again. Awesome, it's working now. It's working pretty great. Okay, yes. Now quickly let me quickly change the colors again. Let me go back to CSS and change this one to this. Great. So let's check. So if you watch, you're going to see that this is not complete white. It's this color. You see how white is. Okay, so this is not complete white. So it's the same color with this heading, this particular area. Okay, and that's how I want it to be. Okay, so we are getting there. And if you watch this color now, if you watch this text, you see that they are not black. They are they have the default color. Okay, default color, which is purple, but we are going to change it by working on the paragraph. Okay, by defining the paragraph, the color of paragraph, which we're going to do quickly as we move on. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is still, you know, we're still on general formatting. We're going to format the on general styling, please. We're going to style the link, the link and paragraph. After that, we style the section, and then we stop with this one. So let's quickly go to style the link. Maybe I will create stuff like this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I will just do this link, maybe link styles. Okay, then close it. Okay, now we're going to style the A, that is the link. Okay, let's do it like this. If you want to leave it like this, that's okay. Then we style the link. We're going to give it a color, just the color for now. The color will be the highlight. The link will have highlight color. Okay, so let's go and get the highlight color for links. So whenever we have link, it will have highlight color. Okay, so come here, look for the highlight color. This is the main highlight color, this one. Get it? So you can now see how we're using the color variable. And the reason why this color variable is very necessary is if eventually you decide to change this color, for example, you want to use this, you want to develop online shop for another customer, and that customer has a different color scheme, okay, brand color. Just come here and change all this color to that person's brand color. It will automatically change your website. It will look different. The colors will change to reflect the new color scheme. Okay, so that is why this is very important. Okay, so let's continue. Then we're going to remove underline. You know, a link goes with underline, so we're going to say text decoration none. Okay, very good. I think we are getting there. Then we're going to style a paragraph, so I will say paragraph styles. Okay, now paragraph, just type in P, just the same way we are styling paragraph. So for paragraph color, what we are going to just give it is color. Let's look for the color variable that will match it. This one. Can this one be okay? This one is a bit darker. Let's use it. So the paragraph will be darker, but not extremely dark. It won't be 100% dark, but it will make sense. So what will happen is that all our headings will have the default color, and that's the idea. All our headings, but paragraph will have dark color. So we want to override the default color of a paragraph. Okay, so let's go back to paragraph. Where is it again? Okay, start here. Just say variable. You put it, close it. So now let's check it. Okay, this doesn't have any paragraph. It's not a paragraph, just something we just typed in. That's why it's showing this. If we should, let's say, let's put a paragraph somewhere and check. Let's come here. Let's put paragraph P. Okay, for you to put a paragraph, let's say P paragraph. To add paragraph automatically, let's get this one to the end. So we just added a paragraph here. Let's check. Do you see the color has changed? And this is the paragraph color now. And that's the color we're going to use for the paragraph. Makes sense, right? Thank you so much. That's general formatting. The last but not the least is formatting styling these ones, all this stuff. Okay, I'm going to give them just padding for all these sections. Okay. So we're going to get the whole sections because they are going to bear the same padding, right? Yeah, the same padding. This. Okay, as in the same padding left, the same padding left and the right. Right, yes. But top and bottom, is it going to be the same padding? No. Yeah, no, top and bottom is not going to be the same padding. So left and right will be the same padding, top and bottom. But for this ones, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to style this top bar differently, this one differently, but other sections the same. Other sections will have the same padding from top to bottom. Okay, so let's start from this one. Top bar and nav bar will be the same padding, but I think let me separate them because there are a few more. There are things I might add to, or do I leave them at the same thing? Okay, let me separate them. Okay, so let's start the nav bar, the top bar, please. Maybe let's cut this. Say top bar styles. Top bar styles. Okay, so padding, give it padding. We are going to give it top and bottom should be, let's make it 10, just gonna be small. The left and right should be 50 for now. Okay, it's actually gonna be the same thing with it's actually gonna be the same thing with, I don't know if I copied this, with navbar. Okay, navbar star for now. I will add more things to navbar later. Okay, let's get the navbar. Okay, good. So maybe let me close this up. All right, then what again? Then other ones, we're going to style them. We're going to make them give them the same style. Other sections, like this main section, get it? Sorry, just come here, get other ones. Okay, let me see if I can get all of them once, and then okay, let me get this one. I will use multi-cursor editing to get many of them. Scroll. Okay, I won't get the other ones, but it's okay. The footer I will set the footer differently. Then I will now copy this, paste. Copy it, come down here, we'll paste. Okay, when I paste, I will put a dot. But I have to separate them with comma because all of them So maybe put them in straight line, but it mustn't be straight line. You can still put them in the way it is here. You understand? Especially when it is lengthy, like when it is long, like this one is already long. Okay, can even put this one, maybe put it down here. Okay, then after that can now come down. Good. We'll style them, just padding every part of it with 50, top, bottom, left and right with 50. You might change it if we want to later. Okay, so that's it. Then the footer, yeah, the footer, let's work on the footer. The footer will also be the same thing, right? Yeah, for now the same thing, but let's style it differently for now. So we're gonna come here, style footer. Let's copy this. Let's say other containers, other sections here, other sections, other sections style, other sections styles. Then come here, copy, put footer styles, footer. Then do the same thing, padding the same 50 pixels at least for now. Okay, but there's something we need to do now. I need to, but this particular thing I'm going to do, I will soon remove, I will remove them later. We are going to add line. If you've been following my tutorial, you see that I normally do this just to show you how it looks. I'm going to add this navbar to this one, comma, I'll put navbar here, then I will put top bar as well. We are going to see why I'm adding them, comma, again, put top bar, then I will come and put footer. Comma. This one, it will be removed. This thing I'm going to do, this thing I'm going to remove it later, this particular line of code. But just to add border to it, I'll say border 1 pixel. You know, when you add border, you can now see the section clearly. That's why I'm adding border 1 pixel solid. Then you put a variable. Let's go and get the color variable. It's gonna be this particular color. Let's just add this one. And copy it word there. Let's add this. Yes, awesome. I think we are getting there. We are getting there. Let's refresh now. If you watch, you see that I wasn't saving because I enabled autosave. So autosave is saving stuff for me. So you see the whole thing, the whole section is now formatted accordingly. It makes sense, right? Good. We've styled it and it's making sense. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So in the next tutorial, we're now going to continue with the top bar, the navigation, then we'll keep moving down as we move on. Okay, thank you so much.